Hey guys, Alvaro here. Sorry about the delay. I had a problem with my mic. Um, Anyways, this is my final project proposal. I want to make a cube. I want the cube to have each of its sides like this, hopefully. Probably not the exact same patterns, but anyways, I want the cube to have animations on each of its sides. I want it to be small, something you can hold in your hand or at least hopefully carry in your pocket. And I want the animations to depend on the data it has been collecting during the day. So, anyways, yeah, I want it to be like that. I would love for the cube to have a screen on every side. I know this might be difficult because of power and size constraints. I want to use geometric and like linear animations, something I can like program simply or at least more easily. And since it's going to be an array of LEDs, as inspiration, I found this LED cube. It's like an idea I've been playing with for a while, and I'd love to do it. Obviously, this is a bigger scale. This is how it looks like in movement. I want something that's obviously more low-tech and smaller. And besides that, I remembered about the Game Boy and the link cable system it had. So the Game Boy was this video game console you could hold with your hand and play games like Pokemon and a lot of other things. And it had this thing where you had to connect a cable to another person in order to change things to play with this person. So I kept with that idea, like of a tangible and intentional physical connection, and I wanted to do the same. So in terms of the animation, I thought that, well, I remember there was this project called Electric Sheep. So Electric Sheep is like a screensaver kind of thing where you have a screensaver and it's these kinds of geometric patterns. And the cool thing about it is you put a like and you don't like whatever, and it gets new patterns during the day, so it keeps evolving. Um, so that made me wonder about the idea of what if the cube has a certain amount of like it starts with an animation, and depending on like with a visual pattern, and depending on what it senses during the day, it changes. That would mean that, for example, if you and I go out with the cube during the day, by the end of the day, we'll have a totally different visual pattern. It gives it a sense of uniqueness, and anyways, this was what I looked at for components. I liked this form and shape. It was kind of small. I liked the screen. I would have loved it to be in each of the sides. I know it can be difficult, but anyways, I looked into it. I looked into the ATmega as a possible MCU, since it has a lot of pins and it can control a lot of a bigger flow of data than the ATtiny. Into the screens I saw the dot matrix. That's the one used in the above project for the cube. This is all in the website I attached. And I fell in love with this RGB LED matrix, though it's $25, so that sucks. Though the size is amazing, I like that it has a small amount of pins, and probably this can go out and in and out, and I can connect several of them. So maybe a good option would be to see how to make them myself. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. And to connect them, I thought about a serial connection, thinking back to this tangible and serial connection thing where the cubes would talk with each other and change content between each other. It would be like feeling you were collecting someone else's like art, I guess, because it's totally dependent on what happened to that person during the day. Um, so probably it would have an SD card. I just thought about that, but anyway, I thought about the serial connection kind of thing with a send and receive thing. It would have to be like something where you have to physically connect the cubes with intention to get more content. And maybe if that doesn't work that well, though, I think that's my best option. I could look into other things. And I thought about the battery. That would be a lithium-ion polymer battery. So yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't thought about, but I think, well, I'd like to hear what you think. Thanks, guys.